Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Taking care of some crafting. I'm taking care of my crafting writs right now, just so that I don't do that on stream. And then we will head over to Reaper's March to meet Zerith-var. I'm really excited about meeting this companion because I think RP-wise, he's the best for my character. Outside of RP, man, an ancient Khajiit warrior who loves to gamble. That just sounds cool. Now, I will forewarn that I have done. I shouldn't say I have done. I've heard things. I was gonna say I have done some research, but that's not true. I've just heard things. Primarily an example of what his capstone ability is. It's like when you've leveled him up, or while you have him out and about, equipped, as it were. So I know what that is. Aside from that, and the fact that he's a necromancer, oh, and that he loves Tales of Tribute, if it wasn't clear by the whole gambling idea. Which is an interesting thought in the sense that Tales of Tribute isn't really a gambling game. I mean, I am sure you could gamble with Tales, probably based on who would win versus who would lose. But I generally wouldn't consider Tales of Tribute to be a gambling sort of thing. You might notice a small difference in character setup in that you will see a lot of ums today. I am sorry. Part of it's because it's a spontaneous stream. The other part is because obviously it's been a while. I don't think it was a whole lot better before in terms of my ums and filler words, but I'm doing my best. So the audio should be fixed for everybody. And back to what I was saying, you might see a small difference in that my buffs and debuffs bar will now have the vampire symbol, and I have a new add-on. It may not be that new. I might have had this last stream, but a new add-on that shows me my equipped armor set props. Just to show you what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Okay. Stream health looks good. I should be multi-streaming to both YouTube and Twitch right now. My restream doesn't look great. Is that consistent with... Twitch looks fine. YouTube looks fine. I think YouTube is actually heavily delayed. I don't know why. Sorry, I haven't been speaking directly into the mic. I was looking over to a different screen. For some reason, my YouTube is much more delayed than my Twitch, but hopefully everything will come across just fine. So from Mournhold, and I did pick up some the guild daily quests as well as the Tales of Tribute daily quest, purely for the sake of getting his rapport up so he can experience as much of the story as possible. Like I said, the only thing I know about his rapport is that he likes Tales of Tribute. My guess would be he likes Khajiit Ruins. It's like maybe Oakrest, or I can't remember what the other one's called. The public dungeons. You might also like killing dragons. That's a thing that might be the case. All right.
A fallen star is an omen of someone in need.
Priorities, my Sahida? The answer is no.
We have greater concerns. Let someone else see to your fallen star.
I guess we're that someone else.
Ah, you received my summons. Good. I am Quincy of the Twilight Cantors, in service to Azura. Did you see the falling star? A sure sign from the mother of all Khajiit that someone is in great need. I am certain of it.
I didn't see any falling stars.
It blazed with blue soul fire, burning the sky as it fell toward Moonmont. The signs could not be more clear. I wanted to investigate, but High Cantor Viti forbade me.
If someone is in need of help, why won't they let you look into it?
The tall Inquisitor here has need of the Twilight Cantors. Viti and I have been conscripted into service, and that service is elsewhere, apparently. But that is why I sent for you, so you could investigate. Surely Azura will reward your efforts.
Elsewhere, but not in elsewhere, lol. Alright, I'll investigate this star that fell near Moonmont.
Thank you, Walker. Watch for the spirit of a little cat. Azura often sends such messengers when the need is great. And do be careful. Rumor has it that Moonmont is overrun with Dromathra. May Azura keep the dark from ensnaring your spirit.
I'm gonna check my game capture audio real quick. Because it's at 100% and it used to be fairly high, but I guess not anymore? You really think I'll encounter the spirit of a cat?
Oh, I do indeed. I caught a glimpse of such a spirit to the south. But when I requested permission to investigate, Cantor Vidi refused to grant it. We Cantors have many, many songs describing such events. Another sign that someone needs help.
Could this cat spirit be a trick of some sort?
With those large, friendly... Dark spirits like Dromathra take a different shape, and have for thousands of years. This is no trick of Namira. Find the spirit, and determine what must be done.
Okay, with those large friendly eyes and the cutest little whiskers, no, dark spirits like Dromathra take a different shape and have for thousands of years. I'm gonna take a little break after we're done with this dialogue to figure out what's going on with the audio, because usually if I click off the game, it still goes. I did have a problem with my saved variables recently where they all got reset, so maybe that's the problem. But anyway, tell me more about Dromathra, even though I've fought and seen a healthy few of them.
When Khajiit in strife hear the drums of the bent dance, it means the void of Namira seeks to ensnare their souls. Twilight Cantors like myself can exorcise that darkness. But if we do not get there in time, or fail, the Khajiit become Dromathra.
What's the bent dance?
The beating of the dark heart of Vorkaj. If one listens for the whispers of Namira, the Lady of Decay, the drums of the bent dance are sure to follow. To speak too much of these evil things only serves to invite them in. Be wary.
What should I do if I do encounter Dromathra at Moonmont?
Defend yourself. When you defeat Dromathra, they retreat to the void, Namira's plane of darkness. If you had a Twilight Cantor with you, we could banish their spirits permanently. But as much as I would like to accompany you, I am forbidden.
Can you tell me about the others with you?
High Cantor Viti and Inquisitor Sabinar. Certainly. You could talk to them yourself, but they have little patience for strangers.
I might do just that. Tell me about High Cantor Viti.
Oh, I am still getting used to such a formal title for her. I am her Sahida, her protege. In Viti, Azura's love and devotion takes a much more rigid form than other Twilight Cantors you may have met. But I value her guidance all the same.
I'm not sure I've met any Cantors previously. Tell me more about the Twilight Cantors since I'm not so familiar.
Outsiders sometimes think of us as acolytes of Azura. Our devotion to her allows us to exorcise dark spirits through the art of song. When not on a mission, we wander where we like. Or we used to.
I know Adara High of the Twilight Cantors. Is she involved in this? Is that the lady who helped with the painting in Southern Elsewhere? Or there was somebody actually doing the bent dance?
You were at the Temple of Seven Riddles, and you helped her with that exorcism in Black Heights, yes? Oh, Azura has definitely sent you to me. Our chief crier is on holy sabbatical. Viti endeavors to serve as a sort of leader in her stead.
Oh! Zaji's mom! Okay. Alright, tell me Dramathra, yada yada, bent dance, others. Tell me about Inquisitor Sabinar.
I tried to get on his good side, Walker. I really did. He does not seem to have one. He is an Inquisitor of the Torval Curiata, the militant arm of those who uphold the Zerith-var epiphany. As far as I can tell, he is very good at his job.
Zerith-var epiphany?
A tenet of faith that reveres the moon spirits, Joan and Jode. We Cantors instead are permitted to serve and follow Azura. Our songs are too valuable for us to be excluded from the faith.
Have you worked with Inquisitor Sabinar long?
Too long, it feels like. The Inquisitors only recently pressed us into service. They have need of our songs, or would hardly bother with us otherwise. Our worship of Azura does not fit in their neat little box of what constitutes proper faith.
Then why help them at all?
Refusal to require our songs? Kes Cardesi, it is unthinkable. Yes, they force us into these uniforms and bestow our elders with fancy, high-ranking titles, and they keep us from wandering where we like. Still, they need our help.
Okay. Let's see. Am I missing anything?
Defend yourself. The beating of the dark heart of Lord Khan. I tried to get on his good side, Walker.
You worked with him long? Okay.
It feels like.
I've seen everything she has to say, and I will be right back, hopefully with better audio. Or at least it won't be cutting out. Okay. Clicked into a different window. I'm good to go. You can still hear everything. I did turn everything else up to 80 just to hear it better. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize my chat was up. Alright, Sabinar.
This one has no business with you as far as he can see. Move along, lest you draw the attention of the Torval Curiata.
What's the Torval Curiata?
We defend the epiphanies of the Zerith-var from the ever-present threats of heresy. The Inquisitors serve as weapons of faith. Of late, we collaborate with the Twilight Cantors, who test our faith as much as they serve it.
What do you mean by that?
It could prove a fortuitous partnership, should these Daedra-worshipping singers overcome their impudence and lack of discipline. The High Cantor here serves as an example for all to follow. In the Zerith-var's name.
What's so important that you need the help of the Twilight Cantors?
As always, we are steadfast in contending with threats to the Khajiit people. The specifics of our mission are not for wanderers to inquire. This one suggests you be on your way.
Bit rigid, but alright. I Cantor
You
Biddy.
agreed to satisfy Crinzy's curiosity about this fallen star. This one would sing you a song of gratitude, but I must save my voice for other matters. Be on your way then, with Azura's blessings.
If you're alright with me doing it, why won't you let Crinzy investigate this fallen star?
We have orders from the Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata. Our mission involves something dire and immediate. We need the voice of every Cantor we can get. As soon as the rest of our cohort arrives, we must go. But Azura provides and sent us you.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it. Hold on. She comes... where the heck are they stationed? Because Moonmont is just right up there. They could just take like a half-hour walk just to check it out. Oh, there's the cat. Pet the spirit cat. The Jacques. Or Jacques. Now follow cats. Okay. Following the cat. Loop. Okay, back to following the cat. Ah, shit. Okay, there it is. It's kind of funny that there's somebody who already has the companion here. Tomb of Zerith-var. This is where we meet our friend. Talk to...
This Mazin. Hello. This Vo.
That's quite the voice. Alright.
Cra, my head. Azura, forgive my cursing in a holy place. Is this a holy place? Where am I? And who are you?
I'm the Dragon of Blackmarsh. We're near Moonmont in Reaper's March.
A strange name to follow an even stranger dream. I circled the feet of Azura, longing to be held aloft. She scooped me up and cast me down. I fell and fell. And now I'm here, in this. Is this a tomb? How did you get in here?
A Twilight Cantor sent me to search for a fallen star near Moonmont. A spirit cat led me here.
Your words confuse me, Jal. A fallen star suggests someone is in great need. And a spirit cat. Azura's claws stir the sand indeed. Let us start over. I am Zerith-var, Hadalit of the Hidden Moon. I am... Wait. Where is my moonclaw?
What is a moonclaw?
A sacred tool of my order. A gift from Azura herself. I am bonded to it. I think I feel it nearby, but I am weak. For our safety, I cannot be parted from it. Please, help me find it, and anything else that might explain how I ended up here.
Okay, I'll look around for the Moonclaw and see what else I can find.
Please, the Moonclaw. It is a... what is the word? Armlet? Metal hoop for your wrist, with a stone like moonlight. I would search with you, but I feel very weak. I am not yet ready to get to my feet.
I do have some questions first, if you don't mind.
You are as inquisitive as a young scholar.
Thank you.
Sand collects between my ears and blunts the finer points of memory. Might your questions wait until you return? I am certain I will have questions for you as well.
Very well. I'll look around for your Moonclaw, and we can talk when I return. So, basically, look at all of the things. Well, that's a chest, so I'm not gonna go into a jewelry box just yet. Crescent blade. Yeah. With his armor and a heavy chest plate and a light helmet. Explain to me how that makes sense. Alright, and then something to read. In memory of Zerith-var. In this consecrated hall lies Zerith-var, raised by nomads, bane of shadows, savior of lost souls, beloved brother of our order. Here he lies, a death undying, untouched by Namira. His body does not decay. Now in death, as in life, he guides souls to find the crossing. With him fell the threat of Rajaska, for which we are forever grateful. May his soul at last find peace. Well, that explains why he's not a skeleton. He was blessed by Namira somehow to not decay. Because you need Namira as well, not the Daedric. Well, theoretically they're one and the same, a la Sheogorath, but still. Ancient copper. This should be his armlet. And it looks like he's on his feet.
You found it. I thank you, Zhao. Like the moons above, my strength returns to me in phases. Ah, there. It fits like it once did, though its magic seems to have waned. Did you find anything else?
I also found this crescent blade and this stone tablet. I think you should read it.
Very well. That blade seems long neglected, but this tablet... Zerith-var. This tomb is mine. Memory of my apparent death is slow to return. Pray, tell me, Zhao, what year is it?
It is the year 582 of the Second Era.
Second Era? That cannot be right. Listen, I am Zerith-var, necromancer of the Order of the Hidden Moon. I know nothing of eras. In my time, we only had years. This tablet says I died fighting a Rajaska. Do you know what this stone means?
That's interesting. So does that mean he comes from the Merethic era? Because that's the first era, or at least the oldest era I know of. I shouldn't have said first era, because following the Merethic era is the first era of the Imperials. Or, yeah, the first era of the period of man, or the era of man, or the time of man. Basically, the points at which humans are the dominant force of Tamriel. But they would theoretically still have years in the Iliad calendar, which kind of ties back to the whole thing with Ithelia and her Iliad connections. So maybe this is somebody from that time? Anyway, I've never heard of a Rajaska, but I've been to the Temple of the Hidden Moon. It's in ruins.
Ruins? No, that cannot be. You must be mistaken. You said we are in Moonmont. Come with me to Ralkar. Azura willing, the shrine of my order remains hidden there. You will see. I will show you.
Can I ask you about the Order of the Hidden Moon?
I admire your curiosity, Zhao. Most consider it bad luck to speak of the work of my necromantic order. Our path ventures through the dark, yes, but we do not enslave the dead. Through Azura, we open doors to redemption in service to the living.
Yeah, I can see why it would be bad luck in the Khajiit mythos slash culture. However, I am an adventuring Argonian. I care little for death except for returning to the Hist. And there are no Hist in elsewhere, so. So you only worship Azura?
We are Azura's most faithful. I follow her calling. I devote my life to her message of love and redemption. But my duty is not in conflict with the other spirits known and worshipped across the 16 kingdoms.
Yeah, they aren't 16 anymore. And what is your duty exactly?
When Khajiit die, love and forgiveness set their souls upon a path toward blissful light. But sometimes, guilt and misdeeds cloud that path. Azura commands those lost in the dark must not be left to suffer forever. It was my duty to retrieve them.
And how did you do that?
Necromancy. Adepts of the Hidden Moon call to the void and invite a willing soul back to inhabit a physical form. These dead followed us into battle, fought, and fell alongside us. In service and sacrifice, they see their souls purified.
Where does your order reside?
The Temple of the Hidden Moon lies deep in the Ashen Scar in northern Elsewhere, carved into the long shadows of a desert canyon. But we have shrines hidden in other places too, such as the one we head to now. You will see.
Can you tell me more about your Moonclaw?
It is a most holy totem. Azura's grasp laid over my own. With her strength and my faith, it allows me to invite forth the souls of Khajiit who need guidance to the afterlife. It also allows me to create doors to cross Nirni with great speed.
Do necromancers actually have a teleport? I didn't think they did. You can use it to open portals?
At its full power, certainly. Now, I must be careful. The magic has leaked from it during the years I was interred. I apologize, Zhao. This all still feels like a bad dream. I am left to wonder why I am here. Perhaps we can find out together.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say years. It's more like centuries, if not millennia. Because I think the first era went for a couple thousand years. And if you don't know when you died in the Merethic era, there's no way we can track that shit. I need to tell you about the fate of the Order of the Hidden Moon.
The fate of my order? When you say it like that, you mean to tell me it no longer exists? I do not believe you. How could such a thing even happen?
An adept turned lich named Arum Kal brought it down from the inside.
Arum Kal? I do not know this name. Perhaps he came after my time, but forgive me. I do not wish to question your account, but I cannot believe that this is how my order met its end. At the hands of a lich. How did you deal with this lich?
Oh, goodness. Was Arum Kal the orcish necromancer? I'm gonna look it up because I need to remember what's going on here, what references we're making. Oh no, Arum Kal was a Dromothra. Wield the Moonlight Blade, which is a crescent sword. Oh, we helped Vastari. I remember now. I wielded the Moonlight Blade and restored Arum Kal's spirit.
The Moonlight Blade. I have only heard about such a thing in legends. Your story, I am not sure I can believe it just yet. But if you did this, I owe you thanks. On behalf of all the Hidden Moon.
I have some questions, Zerith-var.
And I have many questions for you, but my mind and memories are still hazy. I will answer as best I can.
The tablet said you died fighting Rajaska. Did you really die?
I went alone to face the Rajaska Jar, leader of the Pride. I knew I would not survive. And now, I awaken in a tomb. The tablet speaks of my body's preservation. A curious phenomenon. The means or purpose of my survival remain a mystery.
What are Rajaska exactly?
The dark remnants of moon singers vulnerable to the bent dance. Rajaska were a powerful kind of Dromothra, possessed Khajiit, bent to the will of Namira. Worse, the Rajaska resisted redemption, the sacred work of my order.
And you die... Well, first, the bent dance. Can you tell me anything more about it?
The beating of the dark heart of Lorcaj. A haunting and discordant song. Hearing it creates cracks in the soul, and once the void seeps in, it fills its vessel, turning the poor Khajiit into a mindless puppet of the void. A Dromothra.
So you died fighting a type of Dromothra known as a Rajaska. Do you remember what happened?
The memory returns, though I do not wish to recount it just yet. I did not expect to survive. It seems my efforts were not in vain. If you have not heard of a Rajaska, then the tablet speaks true. It is a blessing that they prowl Nirni no longer.
So you're really a necromancer.
Spirits of fallen Khajiit follow many paths to Azura's crossing. Those with darkness in their hearts can better find their way through the path of redemption. When I use necromancy, I invite forth their spirits and show them the way.
All right. Well, let's head to Ralka, I suppose. I was supposed to follow him outside? Close enough, right?
I know it fell around here somewhere. Bright moons, Walker. Who was that?
Well, goodbye, I guess.
Walker, that's Khajiit. Was that the person in need?
Well, I found the spirit cat. It led me to this tomb. Zerith-var was inside, but what are you doing here?
I could not ignore Azura's
Bit
sign any
blasé.
longer, so I slipped away when the High Cantor and the Inquisitor were otherwise engaged. But what was this Zerith-var doing inside an ancient tomb? Did he follow the spirit cat as well?
Not quite. He awoke inside the tomb. Apparently he's been in there for a long time. Pretty sure it is his tomb.
Well, he certainly did not appear to be a corpse, at least as far as I could tell. Maybe he fell and hit his head or something. Though that doesn't explain the glowing eyes. Where did this Zerith-var go?
He wants me to meet him in Ralka.
Sis, I need to get back. I am beholden to the Torval Curiata, and they are mobilizing for some sort of attack. I will try to find you in Rolka if I can slip away again. Good luck, Walker, and stay safe.
How did you manage to slip away from Inquisitor Sabinar this time?
High Cantor Viti was kind enough to distract him for me with bracing talk of righteousness and heresy. Plus, I have always been good at slipping through the shadows. But I cannot linger. My voice is needed wherever the Inquisitor takes us next.
Alright, well, at least you're working together with your mentor, as it were. Farewell. Guess it's off to Ralka for me. I think I'm just gonna way shrine there. Save myself the hassle of the long walk. I'm supposed to meet him outside. Pretty close to the way shrine, so it's not that bad an idea. Literally right next to it, as a matter of fact. I'm so glad the stream health is a lot better this time around than it was last time.
This is all that remains of Rolka. What happened to my city?
This one warns you, Jik. Screaming nonsense in Roka will get you caged. Control yourself, or the guard will.
Apparently, Ralka used to be a lot more grandiose.
I recognize the bones, but the rest... Alfashna! My ancestors did not defy the stripe and death just to let this holy ground be stamped down to simple tents and stalls. I must be very far from my own time, if this is what Ralka is reduced to.
Apparently. The city was different back in your time? He asks as if things don't change as time passes. And he's millennia old. Of course things were different.
If only you could have seen it. I barely recognize what remains. Back in that tomb, I confess I thought you were the senseless one. Now I see the truth. I must have sounded mad going on like that. But you came after me anyway. Thank you.
You said there was a shrine for your order here.
I did. In my time, the Order was respected, revered for what we could accomplish. But we were also feared, and so our sanctuaries were hidden. Perhaps well enough to survive to the present age.
So the fear has lasted, the respect I am very certain has not. Where can we find that sanctuary?
Just ahead lies the Temple of Two Moons Dance.
Yep.
The entrance for my cloister should be around the back.
Oh.
Let us hope something remains of it. And may Azura's guidance illuminate why she cast me down to this time.
Okay, let's go find this entrance.
Look to the southeast side of the temple's base. An entrance to the Hidden Moon Sanctuary should be there. To think, even the Temple of Two Moons Dance could be left in such disrepair. My fur falls out just looking at it.
What was all that with the city guard?
I made such great haste to get here that I arrived quite parched. I asked one of those traders for a drink of water, and asked how much farther it was to Ralka. When I was told that I had already arrived, I did not react well.
And that's what drew the guard's attention?
I may have shouted a bit, spilled some water, knocked over a display while trying to keep myself upright. It does not matter. I suppose being dressed in these rags does me no favors. But finding my cloister, that is what matters now.
Fair enough.
You kept the Sylvanar and the Green Lady from harm. You're all right.
I was not expecting a Bosmer guard, to be fair.
The door should be around the back of the temple, on the southeast side.
The
Or
southeast side.
perhaps the years have turned it into a sugar stall. We will see.
Well, at least he's got a sense of humor about it. In here? Nope, other side.
The entrance is here.
A portal. Oh, well, I guess
How
it.
it opens. It recognizes me as a member of the Order.
That's all neat and well and good. All our perfect forms. Really? This was just sitting here. And I didn't have it before. By Amundro, the silent priest, the many forms of the Khajiit, as brought down by our mother Azura, so that we might one day find our place among Ja'Kaj, the united spirit of all Khajiit, the unified form that will defend Nurni at the end of time. Know that the form you may inhabit upon Nurni is to achieve a purpose in a fleeting life. Lives which you may live over and over again, not in one form but many. As your soul is eternal and shall fill many vessels until we meet again at the end, hearing Khenarthi's call. When unto the moons we will climb and defy the fate of what Mother wills should be forevermore. When born, all Khajiit are little echoes of Ja'Khajiit, like baby Joan and Jode, but we grow faster than others think. And soon our form is made clear. Oh wow, okay. I am not going to read all of that. It is neat that it's there, though. Shrine to the Hidden Moon. Or of the Hidden Moon.
No longer a sanctuary. Now, a tomb. I had hoped, with Ralkar still standing. But no. The Order of the Hidden Moon is no more.
Well, my condolences. Rights of the Order of the Hidden Moon. I'm also not going to read that in its full or its entirety, but I'm glad I got the book.
How little is left of the world I knew. My clan is gone. Our bones and sanctuaries left to crumble to dust. I do not understand. Why was I sent here? I would rather have gone to the sands behind the stars than be sent back to see this.
There must be a reason. Remember the falling star. Or fallen star.
If my Moonclaw had power, I could invite forth the spirits of those I knew in life. But what comfort or answers could the dead give me? I tread the domain of the living once again. I must do as I did in life to find guidance.
What do you mean?
If Azura sent me back, I do not think it was simply to make me suffer. She must wish me to perform some kind of service. I will consecrate the remains here, and then beseech her for guidance. Will you assist me?
What do you need me to do?
That prayer book. Consult it for what I might say. The sand between my ears persists. I need to be reminded of what I once knew in my heart. All these bones belong to Khajiit I never knew. Through them, I will bid my clan, my family, farewell.
I'll examine the prayer book for you. Okay, apparently I did need to read it. Okay, so Bebaj Sinrajit, may all who serve in the darkness be guided by the light of dawn. Behold our most common right to purge, rights put to the page, that even the most lowly Hadalites may learn their words and motions. All rights begin with moon sugar water. Offer this to Azura to show her you are grateful for what she has already given you before you beseech her for more. Rites of Jazkam Dadna, to tend to the bones of the fallen. In death we shed our bodies, as in life we shed our fur. But that does not mean these things were not once part of who we were. Bones were once home to our souls. Darkness we carry in life clouds our passage to the crossing. Those among the living may illuminate our way with words spoken in true faith. Invoke the rite with the following words suited to your needs. Mother of Twilight, I beseech you to guide these souls that once moved these bones to find your crossing with dawn's clarity. Rites of Jazkujizo, to walk the memories of the past. For souls in danger of falling to the bent dance, if one can intervene swiftly enough, this may imbue strength enough to drive back encroaching darkness. But use caution. Reliving the past may be a source of torment for some. This is why it is important to have Bavedik surrounding the memory holder. Invoke this rite with moon sugar cast into ritual braziers, kneel before an altar, and instruct your subject to inhale deeply. The fumes of moon sugar will bind you and spin memories of the reflective one for the Bavedik to wander and witness. Rites of Lir Morna Edra, the most holy work of our order, to banish darkness from the soul. In tandem with the proper Jazrithana of our most holy moon singer partners, or the aid of our heavenly implement of the moon claw, this rite can straighten a bent soul upon death, giving those who have seen the most darkness a much needed clarity and short journey to the crossing. Invoke this rite with choice words suited to the soul in question. Speak with the clarity of dawn. Call upon the most holy hymns of our order. When in doubt, consult a moon singer, but beware. Only souls that seek this guidance can accept this blessing. Those who choose to follow paths into the darkness will not see the light cast by the living, no matter how strong the will of the Hadalit that offers it. Always remember, redemption cannot be forced. The soul must not only be in need of it, but in want of it. Guide these souls to forgive themselves and let go.
I remember. The rite requires moon sugar water. There should be some in the temple above. Do not worry for me. I would mourn in private for a time.
Are you sure?
This blessing requires moon sugar water, yes? So long as things have not changed too much, you should find some in the cloister at the front of the temple. Retrieve some and return to me. Do not worry. The portal will admit you as it did before.
Alright, if you say so. This kind of looks like a door. That doesn't really look tremendously like a Khajiit on it, so... Alright, let's get some moon sugar water. Excuse me. Thank you.
Walker, this one followed your steps and now requires your testimony.
For what?
You are the transient that spoke with Cantor Crincy, yes? She instructed you to investigate a phenomenon she witnessed at Moonmont. The Torval Curiata would like to know what you have discovered.
Why exactly do you need to know?
You are ignorant of the Torval Curiata's Inquisition. There is but one cause for us to seek knowledge on any subject, to protect the true faith of the Riddlethar Epiphany from heresy. Now, your findings at Moonmont. Describe them.
What will you do with this information?
This one and his fellow Inquisitors will judge if your findings pose a threat to the true faith. And if it does, we will use all of our considerable means to burn the heresy and corruption from this land in the Riddlethar's name. Now, speak.
Well, honesty is the best policy, theoretically. I met a Khajiit, Zerith-var, sent from the First Era. He's from the Order of the Hidden Moon.
These are dangerous words, Walker. The Inquisition will need to verify them at once. We will meet again.
At least he seems relatively reasonable.
Ah, you return. Pour the water into the ritual basin, and I will perform the rite.
How many books? Oh, just the one. Okay. Pouring.
Mother of Twilight, I beseech you, guide these souls to your crossing with dawn's clarity. I seek guidance. This blue flames. How can this be?
What does that mean?
Blue flames. That is a call to arms. A signal for the hidden moon. A sign that the dark spirit of great power has pierced the veil of Nirni. That tablet you found in my tomb. It said those spirits were vanquished. What could this mean?
The Rajaska. Are those the spirits you're talking about?
Rajaska. Yes. From what you told me, they have not stalked Nirni in centuries, but now they return. Perhaps this is why Azura sent me back. The knowledge of how to contend with them is lost. We must find these dark spirits and see them redeemed.
How do we find the Rajaska?
My Moonclaw guides me. Though weak, I can feel its pull. Somewhere east of here, at the shrine of the consummate surrender, I believe. I must now humbly ask for your aid. The last time I faced a Rajaska alone, it cost me my life. Will you help me?
Of course I'll help, but I'm not sure where the shrine of consummate surrender is.
Perhaps it is called something else now. Let me see your map. Ah, Claw's Strike. I shall mark this spot. Thank you, Zhao. Though, you are not exactly a stranger anymore. Meet me at the shrine, and perhaps we will overcome these troubles as friends.
I will meet you there.
Once you reach what is now called Claw's Strike, head inside. I will find you there. I hope I am not wrong in thinking you can defend yourself.
You're not.
There is no telling how much of my fighting skills remain after being dead for so long. We will see.
I do have to let you know, an Inquisitor of the Torval Curiata tried to stop me outside. He said he followed me here.
Inquisitor for the Torval? What? I do not know what you speak of, but Inquisitors do not sound friendly. Are these Inquisitors like the Twilight Cantors you spoke of?
Not exactly. They're working with Krinze, the Twilight Cantor who sent me after the Fallen Star.
Well, blessings from Azura that you found me then, and not these Inquisitors. No matter, we must deal with this Rajaska threat before we concern ourselves with this Torval, whatever it was.
You changed out of your rags. Where did you get that armor?
I did not pull it from the bones of my fallen brothers and sisters, if that is your concern.
Not
I
necessarily.
found a cache of supplies and saw fit to equip myself. But I do not wish to stick out like a broken claw in my travels. What do you think of it?
Looks good. You'll fit right in.
Var, such kind words. Function is more important, of course. But what Khajiit does not like to present a sleek and pleasing form. This is not quite what we wore during my order's time, but it will do well enough to protect me.
What should I know about the Rajaska?
Dromathra are what happens when Namira possesses the heart of any Khajiit. They are creatures of darkness and violence. Rajaska are what happens when that darkness ensnares a moon singer. You still have moon singers in this age, yes?
Apparently I've met one before, or I'm not sure. What are they? I'm not sure.
They are storytellers. But this is a woefully simple explanation. In my time, the strongest singers wove stories into song, casting powerful spells in Azura's name. The boldest among those singers often aided the Hidden Moon.
Are moon singers like Twilight Cantors?
We did not have Twilight Cantors in my time, but the name suggests an allegiance with Azura. Perhaps they are not so different from the moon singers of old. I would like to meet one and learn more.
Why does ensnaring the soul of a moon singer make for a more powerful Dromothra?
It is their songs, a once joyous litany with the power to drive back the darkness, becomes a shadowy dirge, a phantasmal chorus that grows in strength and beckons the drums of the bent dance. The stronger the moon singer, the stronger the Rajaska.
Okay. Apparently I missed something with these.
Inquisitor for the Torva.
Not exactly.
Well, bless.
What should I know about Rajaska?
Dromothra are what happens when Namira possesses the
Yes,
heart
I've
of
met
any
moon
Khajiit.
singers in my travels
They are
before.
creatures of- Then you know of what I speak. In my time, the strongest of the moon singers wove stories into song, casting powerful spells in Azura's name. The boldest among these singers often aided the Hidden Moon.
Okay.
We did not
Changed
have,
out of your
I
rags.
did not pull it from
Think
the bones.
we could find you something better?
I was afraid you would say that. I suppose it must appear antiquated, but it will serve well enough for now. When we find the time, perhaps you can assist me in finding armor more appropriate to this era.
I mean, we've got some pretty out there armors. I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. Maybe once I've maxed you out, though. I still haven't made an outfit for Tanloran. Need to do that at some point, too. Okay, so I need to find... He said east. I thought he said east. I guess it's west. Actually, honestly, it's probably better if I just hoof it. Of course, it's better if I choose an appropriate path for hoofing it. He's not my companion yet, so he's not following me, unfortunately. I wonder if I turned those off. I don't remember seeing those werewolf icons in recent time. I think I'm supposed to turn here. Claws Strike. This is where the Delve Daily usually takes me. For Reaper's March anyway. The consummate Srendar here, huh? Well, definitely isn't a shrine or any holy site anymore.
This once honorable shrine now serves as a bandit den. I sense the darkness we seek to the east.
To the east, huh? Well, I'm traveling east. Got a treasure map. It's here somewhere. Oh.
My Moonclaw's pull tells me this is the right place. Besides the beasts and bandits, I sense a stronger darkness to the east. Let us search in that direction.
Okay.
That dark corner. My Moonclaw tells me that is where we need to go.
Then down to the ruined reliquary. Oh, dear. Okay. Let's ignore that for a minute.
Crinzy, are you alright? I will be fine. We must go after the others.
We will handle it. Join us when you have recovered.
They destroyed a Dromathra. Its soul. It is gone.
A different time.
Walker, and that strange Khajiit from Moonmont. Zerith-var, was it? It is too dangerous for you to be here. These Dromathra and the powerful ones leading them. I have never seen their like before. None of us have.
Zerith-var and I tracked the Dromathra here.
Walker, you must leave. The leaders of this incursion, they are why the Inquisitors conscripted us. To fight back against this dark power. We obliterated as many as we could, but our songs are not enough.
Zerith showed me a hidden moon shrine in Ralka. We did a rite that guided us here.
Hidden Moon? I never heard of this clan. I will have to ask High Cantor Viti about it. She would know. But that is for later. If you have come to help, Azura knows we could use it right now.
What happened to leaving? Zerith says Azura sent him here to deal with the Rajaska.
Rajaska? An appropriate name for the powerful spirits. I knew that fallen star was a sign, but now is the time for action, not discussion. High Cantor Viti went after this Rajaska. Please, help her, before more Cantors turn to the bent dance.
Alright, we'll do what we can to help the other Twilight Cantors.
Ravith Moon. It cannot be. She is Dromathra now. A Rajaska. To arms. Quickly! Besha Anti with Anti. I am sorry we didn't arrive sooner. With your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing. Now you see what I was trained to do. Khajiit that fall to the bent dance of Namira. I can straighten their tails. The Hidden Moon's purpose was to tend to the immortal souls of all Khajiit, even those that fell to darkness. Do you understand?
And that's different from what the Twilight Cantors are doing?
We both saw the effects of their song. It utterly destroys the spirit, banishes it from existence entirely. Moon's mercy. These souls were Khajiit once. Are we so afraid of the dark now that we destroy anything that staggers out of it?
Pretty much. Is there a way you can teach the Twilight Cantors your way of doing things?
Besha Anzi, in my anger I forget my wisdom, but you possess enough for both of us. That must be why Azura sent me here, to show Khajiit of this time the way of mercy through Hidden Moon necromancy. There is just one problem.
What's that?
My Moonclaw's magic wanes. If I am meant to follow this path and teach what I have learned, I must restore it. Just enough power remains to open a portal to the Temple of the Dark Moon. Your help has been invaluable. Will you come with me?
Of course I'll go with you to the Temple of the Dark Moon.
Noctra, grant me luck. Canarthi, grant me haste. Seven Shadows, it worked. Take care of your High Cantor, Zerith-var. We will see you again soon.
Here when we go. To Narthi's ruse. What the fuck are we doing over here? Okay, I see encoding overloaded, but I'm not seeing any drop frames. Okay. Looks like we're good. What is this? Temple of the Dark Moon. I mean, it's nice that they
The
incorporate it.
Dark Moon Temple. It is gone.
Skoma addled old stray. Have you been asleep these past 300 years?
Longer than that, perhaps. Speak plainly.
No one favors the Dark Moon anymore. Ill omens, forgotten names, ancient rites. The Unified elsewhere has no need of these outdated traditions. The Sugar God rules these sands now. Riddle-thar, they call it. Imagine that. Old Bandar managed to trick the world.
Well, okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Loss after loss. Were it not for my hidden moon training, my heart would be Namira's already for all the darkness these discoveries bring me. It is only because of you and the appearance of Jock here that I do not let grief overwhelm me.
Jacques? Or Jock? You mean the spirit cat? He led me to your tomb.
Did he? I ask Azura for guidance and she sends my cat. I suppose the Moon Mother is not without her mischief. Perhaps this means she did not send me back to give up so easily. My heart had space enough for sorrow of this measure in my life before.
So hold on, you were a Khajiit that had a pet cat. That sounds wrong. We came to restore your moon claw. How can we do that if the Temple of Dark Moons no longer exists?
Let us venture down these cliffs. The temple ruins seem to have been left where they fell. Perhaps, if we sift through the remains, we can still find something carrying the Dark Moon's blessing.
Alright, let's take a look in the ruins below.
I pray that searching through the ruins below results in more than sorrow and lost time. I should focus on the blessing of you and Jock to guide me. Just think, I could have been found by someone with far less patience, like that nomad there.
Tell me about Jock.
Ah, my constant companion. I hope he lived a long and happy life after I passed. I found him yowling for help on the streets of Corinth. I took pity, cleaned him up, and replaced his missing eye with a bit of moonstone. You can hardly tell now.
Why did you name him Jock?
It is not much of a proper name at all. A shortening of Jock Khajiit. Kitten, I think you would say. With how sharply the sounds roll off the tongue, it means he is small, but tough. A tough little guy.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me more about the Temple of the Dark Moon?
The Dark Moon is the true spirit of Lokaj, redeemed and made protector of the lunar lattice by Azura's grace. Through him, we of the Hidden Moon find our way through darkness to lead Azura's children to her crossing.
So the Dark Moon gives you power?
Just so. At the height of our training, had elite of the hidden moon steep ourselves in darkness, so we cannot fall to the bent dance and become Dromathra. We train to walk through Namira's dark without Azura's light.
So how does your moon claw factor into this?
It aids in navigating lunar byways to guide souls. A most ancient purpose, given to my order by Azura herself. As such, it must be empowered by something related to the Dark Moon. Something that we search for now.
You mentioned something about sorrow in your life before?
Kra, do not ask me about that. We have only just met. I want you to think well of me. In all seriousness, it is regret. I have no bent tail, but I walked a bent path. In the end, my misdeeds cost me dearly.
Is that why you joined the Order of the Hidden Moon?
Ha! No! I was a knave and a jeek long before I heard Azura's calling. And long after. Now, it seems I have been given a second chance. Perhaps things will be different this time. It is all still so hard to believe.
Alright, let's see. Shashan.
Pick at the bones of this place all you like.
No faith tore it down, and let the sea wash it away.
Okay, I didn't think you were that mad. You seemed pretty live and let live about it, to be honest. At least for a second.
I took the longer way down, but I am with you now. Let us search these caves.
Missive from Grand Inquisitor Arsalan. Inquisitor Tashkir. You are hereby granted an order of assassination for Zerith-var. Tall Cathay male, white fur with gray-black stripes, glowing blue eyes. High Cantor Viti reports that a Cantor under her charge witnessed this necromancer heretic and probable lich emerge from a derelict tomb in Moonmont. It is advised that you follow him unseen to determine the whereabouts of a possible phylactery before attempting assassination. Additional note. For your report of his accomplice, any ally of the necromancer is an enemy of the Torval Curiata. Therefore, this order of assassination extends an elimination of this Argonian as well. In the Riddlethar's name, Grand Inquisitor Arsalan. Well, they're all gonna die.
Heretic! Me? Keskridesi.
Now face honest deliverance.
I never said he was a or he was a lich. And how do you know he's a necromancer? I never said he was. Just said where he came out of. Altar ruins.
You found something?
Oh, that's funny. I could talk to the other person.
Please, let me see that note. Perhaps it will distract me from the knowledge that these once holy catacombs are now a midden. My eyes are glowing. I did not know that. Small wonder these inquisitors seek to kill me.
What do your glowing eyes have to do with anything?
Glowing eyes, risen from the dead. I must remind them of the Dromathra, our shared enemy. They mention a High Cantor Viti here. Was she one of the moon singers we saw at the shrine of... at Claw's Strike?
She's one of the Twilight Cantors. Cantor Crinze works for her.
Crinzy. The little doggy you spoke to, yes? She seemed curious of my nature and presence, but not afraid. Too bad the same cannot be said of her fellow moon singer, High Cantor... whoever. Did you find anything else?
I found this black pearl inside that ruined altar. Can it help you to restore your moonclaw?
Moon Mother be praised. It carries the Dark Moon's blessing. In all my years, I have never been called a heretic. Perhaps with your help and my moonclaw restored, we can drive back to Rajaska and show these Inquisitors we are on the same side.
See if that pearl restores your moonclaw first.
Ah, my moonclaw is restored. But it bears warning of another incursion. Quickly, we must go.
I like these portals. I wish I could make portals. I guess I technically don't need it though, since I have way shrines. Be nice if they were a lot more precise though. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Here? Really? Vilemans?
This Ovid dwelling. What an eyesore. The young Cantor. And the other one.
Viti, you've done enough. Let them help.
Do not touch her, necromancer.
Are you injured, Zerith-var? Let me tend to your wounds.
Walker, I am relieved to see you alive. I thought I could trust my mentor with what I learned about Zerith-var, but she turned right around and told the Inquisitors. Thank Azura you managed to evade them, but I fear you arrived too late.
Too late for what? What happened after we left you at Claw's Strike?
After you left, more Inquisitors rallied us for another incursion here at the Vile Manse. But it was even more of the same. The rest of our sisters were dragged away by that thing, that Rajaska. I failed them.
Dragged them where?
To the Undercroft beneath the Vile Manse. If my fellow Twilight Cantors are not Stromothra already, they will be soon. And then they will be lost for good. There is nothing that can be done.
Actually, we might be able to help. Let me talk to Zerith-var.
We are on the same side, Sister Viti. Remember that when next you give testament to the Inquisitors. I fear our little moon singer is right. Her friends have been taken by the leader of all Rajaska. They will be bent, forced to join in a chorus of shadows. Her training has not prepared her to do anything about it. But mine has.
So we can't help them?
My friend, you ask a knife to cut, the birds to sing, the moons to rise. Walking the path of darkness in service to Azura is what I was made for. But it is a perilous path. Knowing this, will you still walk it with me?
Of course I'll help.
Then, as Joan follows Jode, we move as one. A bond of fellowship, of two souls made better by one another. May that bond see us through to the other side of this darkness. Together.
You almost make us sound like spouses. Alright, let's go save the Twilight Cantors.
Shake the fear from your heart, Zerith-var. We will see your Cantors saved.
But the Rajaska, do you have a death wish?
No, I have faith.
Okay, that was kind of cool. I'll give him that.
Death seeps up from the catacombs. We must find a way below and locate the Cantors.
The seller will probably do it.
Darkness calls. in? To the northwest, I think.
Then to the northwest we go. Find the missing
Through
cantors.
there. My moonclaw senses it. We are close.
Yeah, fuck it. To the Undercroft.
These vaults hold relics stained with dark history. I can smell them.
A random dagger. Some nondescript bookshelves. Ooh, nope. Inventory letter. Commander, according to your appraiser, these items supposedly hail from the Merethic era. Hunt lords of this time were fabled to have confiscated weapons from peasants and indiscriminately ransacked temples across the 16 kingdoms. Being from so long ago, they are not easily verified. However, your appraiser insists they are artifacts kept in remembrance of the violence between his people. Considering our current mission, I think they will make fine additions to your private collection. Yours, Sergeant Attilis. Inventory: 2 masking hats, 8 Khajiit skulls supposedly belonging to clergy of the Temple of the Two Moons dance. Staves, fire supposedly taken from lunar clergy. Medium shield, small shield, lunar face, facade, missing pieces. 3 urns supposedly holding remains of lunar clergy. 3 daggers. 1 Khajiit skull allegedly belonging to Takanzin, the Striped Death. 1 pair of sabatons, 1 pair of fingerless gloves, and a maul. Well, that didn't do anything for me. Okay, they respawn quick. Let's go to the right. Well, okay. I guess it didn't matter which way I went. There were probably enemies on the other side, too. The Undercroft prison. Yeah, there they are.
So, the Rajaska. It bends these twilight cantors into Dromatra.
My newborn Rajaska. Sing for them the next verse.
Claws out, my friend. Here we go.
So they get renamed?
Okay. Do you remember this one?
Cantor Zehabi. With your spirit cleansed, Azura guides you to her crossing. Find peace in her embrace. Quickly, everyone. Let us leave this dark place.
Away we go.
am sorry, Rithantin. I can cleanse your souls, but I am powerless to stop the corruption before it overtakes you.
Oh, this the Twilight Cantors can do. Quickly, Viti, aid me.
That is not my bear.
The songs of these Twilight Cantors can stop souls from falling to the bent dance? In my time, we had no such songs. I am glad to see it. Yet this means they are at greatest risk of being hunted by that Rajaska Jar.
Rajaska Jar?
The leader of the Rajaska, the first of their kind. Her name is Ravith Morna. She will prey on these Cantors, rebuild her ranks. I died when I faced her. But then I was alone. Here and now, I think you and I are meant to act together to stop her.
Why do you think that?
Wyelda sent you to find me. These Cantors fear me, except for Crinzy. And the Inquisitors wish to kill me. It was you who found me, guided me, helped me deliver salvation. Now my Moonclaw gives a faint pull. It leads me to you, Tamit.
Tamit? What does that word mean?
In my time, it was a word of partnership. If we travel together, our souls will move as twin moons, strengthened by our bond. You see, the world has changed much since my time. There is much for me to explore and learn. I am eager to see it all.
Are you saying you want to travel with me?
I would stand with no one else. We stepped into the light from the shadow of my tomb. Together we struck against the darkness beyond the world. We saved these Cantors, and perhaps even made a friend in Crinzy. I am honored to walk at your side.
I'm honored to have you.
When you are ready to hunt the darkness, send for me, my friend.
Well, that will be very short.
Zeyabi, the Rajaska Jar hunts us, High Cantor. Who will banish dark spirits if all our kind fall to her song?
Don't say such things, Serenza. Do not give in to hopelessness. The High Cantor will figure something out.
What do you have to say about
The
that?
sound of the drums. It's gone. Thank Azura.
Okay, fair enough.
Zayabi, I can't believe she's gone. Sorrow fills me. But the songs of Crinzy and Viti are a balm. I will not let this darkness eclipse my heart. Thank you for saving us.
You're quite welcome.
The Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata will find you, outsider. You and your necromancer. Stay away from the Twilight Cantors, or else!
Why don't you trust Zerith-var?
When you have walked the world as I have, you see how often trust is rewarded. Stay away from my Sahida. She may not understand, but I know nothing good comes from abiding necromancy, even if it is well intended.
Well, tell that to your people, because it used to be a fairly large order by his account.
Once we are through mourning, I will have plenty to say to High Cantor Viti. Sending those Inquisitors after you. If I had known she would betray my trust so, I would have told her nothing. Wish me luck that I can make her see reason, Walker.
Oh, she's one of those people who breaks your trust and then uses it as an example of why you shouldn't be so trusting. Fuck those people, man. What's next for you and the other Twilight Cantors?
I hope we go back to our regular duties. Wandering elsewhere, answering summons, practicing songs, and tending to exorcisms. But this business with the Rajaska and the Inquisitors, it feels like it has just begun.
Are you going to work with the Inquisitors again?
If they press me, I will have no choice. Do not worry. I won't tell them anything else about you and Zerith-var. I think I can convince the others you saved to do the same. Viti is being unreasonable. I am sorry about that.
Do you think our paths will cross again?
Of course. If I learn something from the Inquisitors about the Rajaska, I will find a way to contact you and Zerith. And I will try to research more on the Rajaska. Wish me luck.
Zerith thinks you and the other Twilight Cantors are at risk of being hunted by the Rajaska, by the way.
I supposed as much. Their leader can turn other Khajiit into Dromathra with a swiftness unlike anything I have ever seen. But with Cantors, we become like her. Our voices turned into dark weapons. I never thought we could be twisted in such a way.
Are you going to warn other Twilight Cantors about this?
I will certainly try. I would leave it to the High Cantor, but I overheard her say she does not wish to cause my brothers and sisters to panic and neglect their duties. But the Cantors need to know.
Are you going to tell people about Zerith-var?
I want to tell people he can be trusted, that he truly was sent by Azura. But it may take some convincing, and saying as much could get me in trouble with the Torval Curiata. I will have to be careful with what I say, and who I say it to.
Alright, fair enough. Alright. Come out to play, Zerith.
In light or shadow, I am here.
Okay, so
Share your thoughts with me.
his current equipment is heavy gear and two-handed items. So I'm going to deck him out in not that to level those skills. Be right back. You will probably still hear everything that happens because I have no intentions of hiding. Let's switch some stuff around for my UI as well. Apologies for prolonging this break. I hope anybody who's listening is grabbing some food or drink while I do this. I promise to make it as short as I possibly can.
Bye. You have my ear, Tamit.
It is good to be rich.
What weapon do you think I should give him? A staff of some sort? Or something else? I mean, I'm decking him out in light right now, so I guess a healing staff wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It'll make him useless for a time, but still not the worst thing in the world.
Who might we aid to? You have a question?
His light armor looks very different, and I don't know if I like it or not. Okay. I just have some inventory management to take care of. Okay. So I decided to outfit him with a resto staff.
My moonclaw draws me to you.
Hopefully, his armor and weapon will hit max level before he does, so I can switch him to medium armor and some kind of destruction staff. But we'll find out. Anyway, back to it. Oh, no. Shoot. Okay. I moved something in my OBS. Alright, so it's off to Glenumbra for the Undaunted Daily. Is this the... Okay, this is the Delve. So it should be theoretically pretty quick. Guess we'll find out, though. And into the Delve we go. I'm hoping to grant him heaps of levels today, enough to cover the other two parts of his story. That's my hope, anyhow. Make no promises. Might have to do another stream next week if I can. That's quite the outfit. Oh, look, enemies. That was quick. Apparently I arrived just in time, though. I thought they didn't get a new ability slot for until like level 3. He only leveled up once. Peculiar. They respawned already. That was quick.
Mafala, keep your shame.
So once I'm out of here, I'll figure out which quest is next. Okay, it wants me to do cards. Let's not do that just yet. Alec here anchors. Ooh, that'll be tough to loot, but hopefully it'll give it plenty of experience. I have no idea which one's active right now, so let's just go to Goat's Head. Goat's Head never fails. It's almost always active when I teleport here, too. Which, now that I said that out loud, means it probably won't be. Yep. Just my life, right? Okay, I don't know how done this one is. It might finish before I even get there. Oh, hey, the anchor pinions are still up. Now, unfortunately, that means fuck all. But I'll be able to finish it at least, which is something.
When you destroy the next, this one will have returned.
Alright. Making good progress, if I do say so myself. Oh, he likes taking out dolmens, does he? Cool. And then the... Shoot, what is it called? Public Dungeon in Deshawn is next. And once I'm done with the guild dailies, I will do the tribute stuff. I'm hoping the guild dailies give him a lot of rapport, because I feel like the Tales of Tribute would be very tedious. Oh, actually, I should have gone to the Tales of Tribute first, because by the time I'm done here, it might have refreshed. Oh, no. Well, it's a misplay on my part. We'll test it after this fight, I guess. Sweet.
Goodbye. Even now.
That gave him a level. Nobody is picking these chests. There's one there. And there's one there. And there's so many resources in here, it's insane. Oh, somebody's leveling Panloran in here. I gotta say, I didn't really enjoy Tanloran as much as I have previous companions for Zerith-var. I mean, I get why somebody would like Tanloran. I just personally don't.
Very well.
I have a feeling, though, that this guy's going to be my go-to companion. I mean, an Argonian who tries to embody a dragon who partners with an ancient Khajiit warrior. Don't know about any of you guys, but that sounds awesome to me. I did like Sharp.
I read about this place in a book from my time. It is quite different from what I recall. Perhaps I misremember. Pay me no mind.
Well, actually, from your time, Mournhold was probably smaller. Yeah, it was probably smaller. Okay, so now he's got Mage's Guild skill line. I'm gonna crack that box. Looks like I'm going back to Glenumbra for the delve. Oh no, that's the public dungeon. That's not the delve.
Good. Just what you can.
Now he's got the Undaunted.
7 shadows. What a find!
He doesn't care too much about scripts. Definitely not as much as Tanloran does. So far, none of these have really given him a bunch of rapport. Maybe this one will.
You know where to go?
No? Okay. I might need to look it up. Because so far I've only gotten 10 with him, and that's just because we completed a dolmen together. So I'm going to travel to Auradon so I can do Tales of Tribute. And we'll see how much rapport that gives him. I'm inclined to go for the easy one because it should theoretically be the quickest. But gotta be honest, the NPCs kind of suck at the game, so. Let's see, proficient, expert.
A fellow contender.
Let's play. And if this doesn't give him a bunch of rapport, I will try the PvP version. Maybe that will do better. Ooh, Irma. While this happens, I am gonna look it up just to make sure that I'm aware, because I don't want to be leading myself on a wild goose chase for nonsense. Okay. Looks like I was right about the tribute stuff. He appreciates me curing myself of vampirism or drinking a purifying bloody mara. Huh. Oh shoot, where did they get that 12 from? Was not paying attention. This is going a bit slower than I was hoping. Not a whole lot of commentary I can give, to be honest. Which is rather unfortunate, but that's the way of things. Kind of lagging behind, and I'm not really sure why. My mouse clicks don't seem to be working either. It's weird. Excuse me for a second. All right, I'm still here. Weird, it does not want to click for some reason. Oh, son of... Well, somewhat unfortunate, but I might still be able to eke out a win. Should be able to eke out a win. Oh, definitely at this point. that. Goodbye. Power. Power. Do that one for fun. Grab that. Okay, yeah, I can work with this. Get rid of that one. Grab that. Take that. Just thinning the herd at this point. So I didn't quite get to 80 like I was hoping, but that's a healthy lead. And I win. Alright. Yes, plus 10 to Zerith-var. Nice. Prime me way better than I watch for.
So tempting to play. But if I do, you will never pry me away. Better that I watch. For now.
So I can't tell if that means that truly does imply he's a gambler, or if he just really likes games. A little bit of levity goes a long way, I would think. Anywho, let's go to Stone Falls. Actually, I have another daily to pick up, since my mind is there. I cannot believe I let this one slip. I was actually told about this by a guildmate of mine, but I totally bypassed it, so now I don't have this one in the backlog like I do the dailies. Or I shouldn't say the dailies, like the guild quests. I should have picked this up yesterday, but unfortunately that's not the case. Should be pretty easy to handle, though.
Even we merely.
Spider demonstration. Kill spiders with recruit. In Grotwood. In Grotwood, or is that just because it's the Grotwood quest? Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Shidea. Building Cleargate Warrior will observe how I deal with powerful monsters. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Does it matter? I would think it matters. Green Shade? Malbaltor. Reaper's Mark. Hold on, what was that? Malval? No, I picked the light. Auradon. Where the am I supposed to be going with this? Alakir. Forgot about that. It's been so long since I did these quests. I did them for the achievement before I did the Northern Elsewhere whole storyline, which is a great storyline, by the way. I enjoyed that one a lot. But I might also be biased because I like dragons. Alright. I haven't talked to Captain Shidea. Killing spiders. 2 out of 9. Three out of 9. 6 out of 9. I don't know if I can find just a singular spider, so I guess I'm doing 10.
This one has learned much. Thank you.
Okay. Now that that's done, I can turn that in. But first, I'm gonna take care of the other guild quests. Excuse me for a moment. I have returned. So back to Stone Falls. Let's try the Dolmen first. Let's hope for the close one. Port Burak or whatever it was called. It's not Fort Vivek, is it? No, it's Vivek. I was right the first time. Of course it's the far one. Luckily, that was an easy port. It's always such a trek to do this one. Annoying. So annoying. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody's activated it yet, so I should have it all to myself, I think.
Bring forth the blood offering.
And apparently he doesn't like soul trapping, so I might have to withhold from doing soul trapping. I have a system I really like with dolmens. No, he doesn't mind it when I do it to Daedra. Maybe it's only specific creatures that I soul trap. Or if I do it to a human or some civilian or some such.
Throw aside the forms, my knight. Until one day you are taken apart. I don't want revenge. I want your submission.
What would he change it to, Zerith? How many failed incursions does this Daedric Lord need to make before he changes his name? Or Lord of Domination, I think it was. Funny man. Oh, and I went on a trophy hunting spree earlier this week where I got, I think I was missing a Stony Heart, a Vile Guilt, and a Cruel Collar for the trophy achievements. I got all three of those in the same day. But that buzzing spine from the Wamasus was driving me nuts until I randomly got it in a in either a dungeon or a trial. I think it might have been a trial, Sanity's Edge. I think I got it by doing Sanity's Edge, just by pure chance. Pretty sure I farmed that thing for over an hour at one point, just going between the Wamasus in Shadowfen, trying to get one. And it just was not happening. I am so glad I got lucky with that one. What else makes Zerith-var happy? Looting a heavy sack, obviously. What is going on there? Is that somebody's pet? That ghostly house cat? I think it was a ghostly house cat anyway. Well, that's not something I can grab. Grab this one though. He likes harvesting a water toad. Seriously. That's the choice. Hopefully he doesn't care too much about machines. Apparently some player kicked the bucket, probably went AFK, but giving him a res anyway. Man, are these people leveling? They're not doing a whole lot. Nobody's following me, so they must not be here for the daily quest, I don't think.
You get all the luck, Tommy.
At least they don't seem to be grabbing the dwarven debris, except for that one person. But maybe that was just poor luck on my part.
May your spirit know peace.
His weapon and armor skills are almost at 5. So close to 5. Anyway, Glenumbra, that's right. I had to go back to Glenumbra for one of these things. May not be getting him any rapport, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll get some when I turn in that one quest, and then hopefully from turning in the tribute quest, which I will have to complete somehow. I guess I will just do the novices, because the box from the NPC, the NPC daily is hardly worth it. He also likes excavate an antiquity whose codex is incomplete. And building mythic items, so I guess I should have him out when I'm doing my antiquity hunt, because... Or farm, I should say. It's less of a hunt, more of a farm. Because I still have an incomplete codex. I think one of my buttons can actually show it. I have the Scry Spy, or it's not Scry Spy. That is an add-on, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. It has lead in the name. I'm gonna look real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
This one welcomes you
That's
and
not
wishes you
the button I wanted to
goodbye, my
press.
friend.
Oops, I took a screenshot. I thought I had a hotkey for it. Oh, well, that would be the one. It's a combination key, so I forgot it. At least that's the excuse I'm giving. Okay. Back. This is the one I was thinking of. Shows you all the ones that you can find, all the ones you can scry, filter by zones. Show me the multi-parts. So he likes all these ones, which I apparently have plenty to grab. Why is this multi-part? I don't understand that one. Or that. He likes it when I grab all those. And I have plenty of mythic items still to grab. Still currently unknown according to UESP what the cooldown is on the antiquity hunting. I thought it was dead already. I was looking at the hatchling. He doesn't seem to mind the soul traps as long as it's not on an innocent civilian. So I've used it on just about everything. So maybe an enemy Khajiit he doesn't like.
Expertly done, Tommy.
Oh, there's an endeavor. Kill 5 beasts. Beasts and furnishings, craft 4 items with the skill. Well, that's that. I guess it's off to Green Shade to do another tribute. And then I'll go turn in everything. Well, not everything, obviously. After the tribute, I'm turning in
Citizens, your courage
the
and
other
loyalty
daily
are
quests I have, and then I might as well do the last Tales of Tribute for the NPC. Is it Grotwood? It's Green Shade. That's right. It's in Marbrook. And I might as well go kill a dragon. That has a reset of about an hour.
Well,
Okay. So novice, proficient, expert. Let's do the novice, just for shiggles. Okay. There we go. It's weird. It's not clicking unless I go up to the top of the hourglass for some reason. That was an interesting move. Holy crap, novice is easy mode. What the actual crap is going on? Holy crap. I have not played a novice since I first started it with this whole Tales of Tribute thing. It feels kind of wrong, to be honest. That's what he uses his 5 on? I mean, hey, it's working for him, right? At least for now. He's getting pretty lucky. There's actually a chance I might lose this one. Not a very big chance, but it's a chance. I thought he was going to pull a sneaky maneuver like that. trying to win by patron. Look who's back. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Probably wasn't the smartest move, but it put me 9 points ahead, so I'll take it. And he grabs another. What an odd choice. And now it doesn't matter if he has 2. I still win unless he can get 26 more prestige, which will be difficult. Why would you? What was that move? Okay. Well, the cooldown for the tribute match didn't happen yet. So maybe it's an hour. Oh shoot, I accidentally clicked record. I've been recording for the last 10 minutes. Stop that. I don't need to be recording. I've been streaming for the last 2 hours. That's kind of funny. I don't even know when the heck I clicked it. Odd. I figure I should bring this up now,
We don't.
just to get ahead of it potentially becoming a problem. I don't know why it would. I don't even know if anybody cares. I am going to expand into other games besides MMOs, and I think I am going to pick back up with Guild Wars, just because I know farming content, or I shouldn't even say farming content. Recording myself farming things in ESO is not entertaining. I can fully understand that. And I'm pretty sure last time I did it, I ran out of things to talk about real quick. So when I do pick up streaming again, well, I shouldn't say for real. When I get back into a groove with it, let's go with that, which will probably be a while. I have some things I want to take care of in my personal life that have been put off for far too long. And that got delayed even further because of certain things that were happening January and February. So I just wanted to forewarn anybody who's listening to this or watching this or coming into the YouTube VODs after the fact and going, hey, what's going on? Spontaneous stream after like what, 2 months of not streaming or something like that? Probably more, honestly, because there were so many technical difficulties that I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, I was gonna stream my experience with Tanloran, but I was just so fed up with the technical issues I was having, I just said, stuff it.
Thank us for it. I can see why so many choose the adventurer's life.
Tanloran is easy to level though, what the crap? I guess it's the E-Smart Tales of Tribute. You know what? Fuck it. Let's kill a dragon first, just to add some extra variety into this. Back to what I was saying before, though. Sorry for getting sidetracked. I'm gonna. I didn't record my experience with Tanloran because of technical issues that were pissing me off. And after completing that first quest with Tan, I just wasn't super motivated to do it. So that's why I didn't record with Tanloran. I haven't been recording just at all for, I'm not going to say a variety of reasons, but there's definitely more than one. Part of it is because of my schedule. I work weekend graveyard shift, and the company I work for has it for 12-hour shifts, just so that I can get my part-time status, I believe. Which, I mean, I appreciate ensuring that I get my part-time status, but boy, is it taxing sometimes. Especially since I'm basically put out most of, if not all of Monday. So, anytime I could be spending in regards to, why did the rapport increase? We haven't killed the dragon yet. Is it healing him? Healing yourself in combat while below 25%. Hell yeah. Got sidetracked again. So sorry. Yeah, it was gelling with me, and it was contributing to me putting stuff off, being delayed on getting shit done that I wanted to get done. And so I figured it would just be better to put streaming on a hold for a while and then get back to it when I have my life in order. Because I'm not making an income off of it yet, well, I say yet, hopefully yet, but because I'm not making an income off of streaming, it's pretty much the first thing that I have to drop if I'm going to drop anything. There it is. Dragon's Den. Took its dear sweet time to die. Oh, I thought the birds were going to be further away from the way shrine. So that's why I had streamed in the last couple months. And the only reason I'm doing it today, honestly, is because of Zerith-var. I maxed out Tanloran. Tanloran has all the weapon skills maxed out, all the armor skills maxed out, all the guild skills maxed out. So at this point, the only thing I need to get for Tanloran is armor and jewelry. But I am so far behind on all of my other companions in that regard. Tanloran won't be getting any armor and jewelry for quite some time. Let's do a proficient one just to spice things up. And since that's not relevant to anything stream-wise, I've just figured that since I was done with Tanloran, might as well try my hand with some Zerith-var. And Zerith-var is the companion I was looking forward to the most with the update he came out in. So, you know, stars kind of just aligned, and I wanted to document the process because I have plans that I would like to enact that relate to the Elder Scrolls. And it'll just be easier to enact those plans if I have things recorded and ready to go. But to go back to Guild Wars, or talking about Guild Wars at least, I kind of stopped, and I don't really know why I stopped. No, I know why I stopped. I don't know why okay. To be more specific, I stopped streaming Guild Wars when I stopped streaming Guild Wars for a very specific reason that I don't want to get into right now. However, upon coming back to streaming, I haven't touched it, which also means I haven't progressed my character, which I feel like I should do. And since I'm running out of content with ESO for now, you never know what the future might hold. But for now, since that's the truth, I figured I might as well go to Guild Wars. But after I'm done with Guild Wars, I do have plans to branch out even further. I've had this idea for this one series with a specific game franchise for a long time. And then I recently got an idea for a similar kind of idea with a different franchise, which also kind of leans into MMO. That probably gave you guys a hint if you wanted a hint. I might also do some Guild Wars just because I want to experience what that game was like. Unfortunately, because I have both Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 on Steam, they don't interact with each other, which I think is some BS, but hey, I'm not the game devs. So that's quite unfortunate. Hopefully that will change in the future. I don't know when in the future it would, or when in the future it could, but hopefully it will. Because I would really like to get all of those achievements and pets and the like, since I am a hunter main in Guild Wars. I say main, it's my only character right now. But since that's the case, I would like to get all those pets that are locked behind that Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars completion wall. And since the Steam account and the Battle.net account, or not Battle.net, ArenaNet account are separate for both games, I don't understand why they can't interact. Like the ArenaNet account for... What should I do here? Okay. The ArenaNet account for Guild Wars 1, I believe, interacts with the ArenaNet account for Guild Wars 2, but the Steam accounts for both of those games don't interact. I don't understand how that works, because well, yeah, no, I don't understand how that works, because unless you're tying it directly to your account, which I'm getting into the weeds and I should probably stop, so I'm gonna finish this and be done with it. But unless all of these progression systems in Guild Wars are tied directly to the account and not your computer, I can see that. But if that's the case, why not implement certain things? Because I'm pretty sure it has achievements, so why not integrate certain things based on Steam achievements? You know, I'm second guessing myself so hard right now. I'm going to double check that, because if it does not have Steam achievements, I don't want to be... Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. So there are no Steam achievements for Guild Wars, but they've got to have that data somewhere, right? That data has to be somewhere. And so I don't know what the barrier is, but I feel like it should be an easy fix. And maybe that's just me being that is, I can completely understand that. Or not ignorant, because I'm not ignoring it, just naive, unwise, as it were, uninformed, even better. I don't know. I just have strong feelings about it because I want to get into Guild Wars and I want to love Guild Wars, but this whole barrier between Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 progression integration for Steam is kind of put a little bit of a dampener on things. I'm not a huge fan. Anyway, once I'm done with Guild Wars, I will probably move on to a different game franchise, and I don't plan to be done with either Guild Wars or ESO forever. I especially like achievement hunting. That is my favorite thing to do in these games. So I think even when I complete the story of Guild Wars, I'm gonna want to do achievements, just like I was trying to do achievements with ESO. And what were they? The trophies. That was basically me achievement hunting. It's just boring as fuck because it's just a farm and nobody wants to watch a farm. I might as well do it while I'm reacting to something, which is a thing I could do. I could react to stuff. I just don't. I wouldn't know what to react to, and I don't have.
A clash between those decks would play out quite that way.
Okay, so he is a bit of a card junkie, or not a junkie, a games guy. I don't think it is gambling. I think Zerith-var is in the games. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If I can build up my community and fewer people staring at you than anticipated? Why, 'cause you're undead? He's got some interesting comments, this guy. Getting distracted. Yeah, if I can do a public Discord, I could get people to send me in some stuff to react to, because I love video games. And I am a chronic consumer of YouTube videos. So, if there are good videos to watch, I am more than happy to watch them. And I'm a huge lore nerd, so if there's a lore video that is super popular, I'd be happy to watch it and commentate and provide my perspective. Stuff like Warhammer, although Warhammer's I do know some bit about, because I watch other people's videos. I don't know. I'm just kind of verbally diarrheaing all over. I shouldn't say that. I am emitting a stream of consciousness into the ether at this time, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, except for what I plan to do with my content.
Here you are.
Which is exactly what I was just describing and does not help with anything. Crap.
A fitting reward for such well-played victories. Let us see it done again soon.
Okay, so he is ready for a new quest. I'm going to... What am I gonna do? Well, I guess I'll just talk to him out here. So yeah, I'm gonna go on another hiatus after this stream, or after I'm done with Zerith-var, whichever comes first. If I don't finish him today, I will do my best to finish his story next week. I think there's only 2 quests. 2 more quests associated with him. There's 4 in total. So probably next Thursday I will do another stream. Just because I don't think I'm going to get through all 3. We'll find out. Let's talk. Go.
Ah, Tamit. Cantor Crinzy sent us a letter. She wants to meet, though she avoids saying exactly why. You remember her, yes? The doggy Twilight Cantor. She is much like the moon singers of my day.
Any idea why she wants to meet with us?
I assume it concerns the Rajaska, the singers we faced that were turned into Dromathra by the power of dark songs. Better that than the Inquisitors, or that High Cantor. They see my very existence as some sort of heresy.
Does she say where she wants us to meet?
Redford Trading Post, in northern Grotwood. If such a place was standing in my time, it went by another name. It could be the ruins of the Halls of Colossus, for all I know. Please lead the way. Let us make haste to see our Zerith-anti again.
It's funny he says that, because I'm pretty sure the ruins of the Halls of Colossus is in... Shoot, where was it? I don't think it was in Malabel Tor. It must have been in Reaper's March or something. Alright, let's find Cantor Crinzy and Redford Trading Post at Redford Trading Post in Grotwood.
Redford Trading Post. I remember Grotwood from my travels as a young cub. The hot days in those jungles could make paste of our moon sugar stores. If anything has changed since my time, I hope it is the weather.
Before we head out, I want to ask you something.
My eyes see many things in shadow, Tamit. I can tell you what I see as I see it.
Remind me about our last encounter with Rajaska. What do I need to know?
Rajaska are Rithantin fallen to the bent dance. Moon singers, possessed by Namira's void. In the present age, they prey on Twilight Cantors like Crinzy and her cohort. Exorcists who drive back the dark by way of song.
So they prey on the very people who might stop them?
They prey on those with music in their hearts, whose power can be twisted to strengthen their ranks. You and I can stop them, as we did in Claw's Strike, and the Vile Manse. With your might and the tools of my order, we can redeem their fallen souls.
And you know all this because you fought Rajaska before?
Fighting their leader is how I met my end. The inscription on my tomb said they disappeared from this world when I died. They have returned, and I believe Azura herself sent me back to dispatch them. We only need to find them.
Have you had any contact with Cantor Crinzy since the incident at the Vile Manse?
Just this letter. Since last I saw you, I worried the High Cantor might have turned Ajarithanti's heart against us. But if she writes to us for help, clearly that cannot be the case. I just wish she had written sooner.
What do you think of High Cantor Viti?
I have a low opinion of this High Cantor. But then again, perhaps this is unfair. I hardly know her. She is loyal to those Inquisitors of the new faith of elsewhere, yes? This Zerith-var that brands me a heretic.
Have you learned more about the Zerith-var?
As much as I can stomach. The moonlight these fanatics worship is sterile. They follow lifeless teachings of some false prophet. The world is flat and colorless. Those who are not ignorant of my order look upon it with revulsion. I pity them.
That sounds difficult to deal with.
Ah, but I forget my blessings, Tamid. It is because of Cantor Crinzy's curiosity and devotion to Azura that she found you. And you found me. Azura wished our paths to cross. Now we walk one path together. Perhaps Crinzy will join us in time.
How are you doing, Zerith? I know everything is different from what you remember.
This second era, as you have called it, is a tumultuous time. Conflict finds purchase in every corner of Nirni, and even planes beyond. It is strange to see what is still remembered, what is new, and what has been forgotten.
Sounds like you might be homesick for the elsewhere of your time.
Some part of me always will be. But it is clear I am needed here now, with you. I am immensely grateful for this second pounds, Tamid. Knowing it is for a reason and a purpose makes it easier to appreciate the wonders of this age.
The wonders of this age? Like what?
There are more things now that unite than divide. Guilds, factions, parties of adventurers, all working toward common goals. Friendships forged like the bonds of family. Distance is not the obstacle it was back in my day. It is inspiring to see.
Glad to hear it. Since the incident at Vilemance, what do you think of Cantor? Are you worried about encountering the Rajaska or the Inquisitors again?
I never worry about the inevitable. Our paths will cross again, and soon. I know how to stop Rajaska. Their presence here explains mine, but I do not know how to navigate this new faith, these Inquisitors. Thank Azura that you are here to help me.
Indeed.
This second era, as you have called it, is a tumultuous time.
Oh shoot, that was supposed to be goodbye. Alright, let's go to the Zerith-var trading post. After I take a quick visit to Bandar, or the Bandari trading post, just so I can get a little bit more rapport. Let's see, does it actually have milestones?
Zerith-var trading post.
Companion menu, he's at 1,000. Weakened resto staff. Okay. Interesting. Let's see, where was Bandar trading post? I think it was in Reaper's March. Maybe not. Was it Northern elsewhere? Stitches, Riverhold, Equichet, Black Heights. Oh, that's not the one I was thinking at all. Okay, Bandari is way up here. I thought we were already going to the Bandari trading post, but apparently that's the wrong one. I'm waiting for him to make a comment or something. Weird. According to the wiki, it says he should like it here. Did not leave the city far enough yet? How about now? Did I miss it? Oh well. To Zerith-var I go, I suppose. I'm gonna laugh if it turns out that they got the trading post wrong.
Oh, bright moons, there you are, over here.
We came as quickly as we could, Zerith-anti.
Oh, I am relieved to see you both. I could not say much in my letter, just in case it was intercepted. Izalgo, a cantor from my order, was tending to an exorcism nearby. An escort of inquisitors accompanied him, but now they are all missing.
What do you need us to do?
Izalgo is not the first Twilight cantor to disappear, and the Inquisitor investigations go nowhere. I risk much just talking to you. High Cantor Viti says the Inquisitors have forbidden all contact with you and Zerith-var. Especially Zerith-var.
Didn't High Cantor Viti tell the Inquisitors that we did what we did at the Vile Manse?
The Enforcers of Faith have a very specific definition of heresy. I am more concerned about Cantors becoming Dromathra than I am about changing minds. Can you ask around about Izalgo? Perhaps someone here in the trading post saw where he went.
Alright, we'll see if anyone saw Cantor Izalgo.
Meet me behind the temple northwest of the trading post when you finish. Cantor Izalgo is a Cathay Khajiit, with spotted fur and sweet brown eyes. I suppose it seems too much to hope that he just ran off for a tryst with some honey-tongued local.
You said Cantor Izalgo isn't the first of your order to go missing?
Normally we Cantors are a nomadic and solitary bunch. Easy prey for a Rajasca. We correspond with each other often, trading songs and stories of our travels. But some of the other Cantors have fallen silent. I fear the worst.
The other Twilight Cantors haven't been warned about the danger?
It is hard to get word to every member of a group as scattered as ours. Besides, we cannot pause in our duties. We exorcise dark spirits, but we cannot cleanse bent souls the way Zerith can. Namira never sleeps.
Aren't the Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata focused on protecting you?
Viti says they are, in their own way. They are intent on attacking the Rajasca, instead of defending those they prey upon. I am sure they would get that done faster if they worked with you and Zerith, but nobody pays attention to my suggestions.
What else can you tell me about Cantor Izalgo?
Izalgo is a little scatterbrained. I swear he would lose his tail if it were not attached to his arse. And yet he always manages to keep track of that journal of his. Oh, he has the most beautiful voice. I hope you get the chance to hear him sing.
That's a death flag. How well do you know him?
Well enough to know that if he has not replied to one of my letters, it means something is wrong. We are more than just fellow Cantors. I sang at his nephew's name day. Oh, I really hope you can find him.
What were you doing before Cantor Izalgo disappeared?
Plenty of fieldwork, actually. Not all exorcisms. Tending to those in need, writing songs, singing whatever I wanted, whenever I wished to. Quite the change of pace from what I had been doing before all this.
Before? You mean before you were conscripted by the Inquisitors?
Before that, even. I was Sahida under High Cantor Viti, her protege. We had a falling out. She refuses to see the good in what you and Zerith can do. I am free to wander on my own now. Despite the risks, I plan to make the most of it.
You gave up being protege of High Cantor Viti because of me and Zerith?
Viti is an exceptional mentor, but I could not remain with someone who ignored such an obvious sign from Azura. But she is not an Inquisitor. She may yet come around. I just hope that happens sooner rather than later.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't count on it. Alright, time to ask around. Bakiza.
Why must these storekeepers take theft as a personal slight? Your wares are good. It is a compliment.
I'm looking for a Twilight Cantor named Izalgo. Do you remember seeing anyone like that?
Twilight Cantor? Yes, there's one walking around. Clever-looking little daggy. Is that who you mean? This one might have seen another one in similar dress not long ago, but the memory is fleeting. Must not have stayed long enough to make an impression.
Okay, that's fair. Any said.
Yes. This one can't afford to settle with Shanra, so he takes his business elsewhere. Jode's chariot, what a joke.
I'm looking for a Twilight Cantor named Izalgo. Do you remember him coming through Redfur?
The only one who stopped at this one short-lived sugar stall were thieves! Unless this Twilight Cantor of yours has fingers as light as his song, Innie says saw no such singer.
Fair enough. So far, no dice. Kachar.
More questions? Those Inquisitors already treated me like a criminal. I will tell you what I told them so I can get back to my nap. The Cantor moved on. I do not know why. There was never a need for an exorcism here, at least as far as I know.
You met a Twilight Cantor? Was his name Izalgo?
Perhaps. I told the Inquisitors this person was asking about an exorcism. When no one knew what he was talking about, the Cantor said he was heading for Gold Folly, the mining settlement just south of here. Now move along, Walker, and let me rest.
Thank you for the information.
Let us make haste to Gold Folly. We still may be able to save Cantor Izalgo.
Well, that's a bummer. Oh, shoot.
Mirmazi, Radi.
Did I... Yeah. Well, dang it. I didn't think I'd actually get a Pellin's Paragon style page out of that. Oh, my throat's getting a bit sore. It's been so long since I talked so much. I think I'm gonna have to call it after this quest is done, unless completing it unlocks the next one. If completing it unlocks the next one, then I can go all in.
It senses Dromathra nearby. Let us look around.
Other side. It's an orcish settlement too.
A dead Inquisitor. I shall invite forth his spirit. Perhaps he will be more amenable in death than in life.
What has happened to me?
Inquisitor Sumanji.
That song. That twisting, bending song. The Cantor suspected it was a trap, and he was right. My soul would have bent too, were it not for the mercy of their blades. What is this? Have you drawn me back to torment me? To do your bidding?
We just seek information. What happened? Who killed you?
Rajaska. And not just one. A whole pride led by some ancient evil. They questioned me about the necromancer, Zerith-var. The risen dead that strolled out of Moonmont. He must be in league with those abominations.
I can assure you he is not, but that's besides the point. What about Cantor Izalgo? Where is he?
The Cantor led me to the Rajaska. He kept saying a name over and over again. He led me behind the stables, a door in the ground that leads to darkness and death. Pray that Cantor Izalgo was broken and killed, rather than bent to their ranks.
Our thanks for your testimony. May you find peace in Azura's embrace.
Oh, great. I passed it on my way in. is a mining settlement. It's basically just an orcish stronghold. Well, I guess orcs are miners, so that checks.
Morna seeks you.
How much health do these Inquisitors have? This is taking a hot second.
That was one of the Inquisitors. A Rajaska bent his soul.
Cantor Izalgo's journal. Uh-oh. Thank Azura, I thought to stop at Redfur. I asked after reports of an exorcism needed in Gold Folly and was met with narrow eyes. There are no Khajiit in Gold Folly. The locals do not go there anymore. As instructed by High Cantor Viti, I sent word to the Torval Curiata. They replied with a company of Inquisitors. We are now at Gold Folly, and they told me to stay put by the stables while they investigate some orcish longhouse nearby. They say if there is someone in need of my services, I will be allowed to tend to them. Inquisitors have not been forthcoming with why I might have been lured here under false pretenses. So I did not tell them about the strange dreams I've had since I was summoned to Gold Folly. About the Khajiit with fur like lovely midnight, who asked me to join her in song to wake her pet, a beast of darkness incarnate, slumbering in the void. I wake with the melody in my head, but no semblance of the words, only her name, Ravith Morna. Ravith Morna, Ravith Morna, Ravith Morna. Rhythm almost like a beating heart. Who is she? Did she send the summons to Gold Folly? The suffix implies the darkness has her, but perhaps it's not too late. She needs me, needs my help. I hear her song from somewhere beneath my feet. She is near. I must find her. There must be a way down.
Izalgo's journal. He mentions Ravith Morna. This is troubling. Let us return to Crinzy at the Northwest Temple in Redfur.
Very well. Probably means the dude's dead, huh? I don't know if Gold Folly was supposed to be empty or not, but it was desolate. There wasn't anything there. I have no idea if that was because there were other players around or what, but hot dang.
This one was impressed by your fight.
Hold your tongue, High Elf. King Camoran didn't need Queen Irene's help. Never asked for it, in fact.
Typical squabbling.
Another Twilight Cantor here. Did you see? It bodes ill.
It bodes worse for that little doggy. I could hear that older Cantor berating her from across the bridge.
Uh-oh. Probably means Viti's here.
Did you hear? Regine's mantle was discovered at the Fallen Winter
That is the High Cantor, yes.
Regine's
Looking
mantle?
as sour as
General
ever.
Andare has
What is
another
she
feather in
doing
her
here?
cap.
Not exactly.
At last, my
I
Sahida's
heard she
presence here
died
makes
recovering
sense.
it.
You lured
Must have
her
been
here.
a really vicious frost troll.
She's the one who brought us here.
This ends now. This one forbids you from involving Crinzy any further in your misdeeds. Viti does not wish to see the Inquisitors take notice and act against the young one.
Cantor Crinzy asked us to come here.
My Sahida, disobey my direct orders? You and that charlatan necromancer have influenced her with your dark thoughts. And in so short a time, what business could she have with you?
She asked us to look for Cantor Izalgo. We discovered that Rajaska lured him to We discovered that Rajaska lured him to Gold Folly.
Ah, yes, the Rajaska. How convenient that they appeared at the same time as your friend. This one looked into his Order of the Hidden Moon, a once noble clan brought to ruin by corruption from within. And this is who you choose to travel with?
The Rajaska are hunting Twilight Cantors. We can stop them.
When the vulture eats the asp, it does not do so out of virtue. It does so to slake its appetite for flesh. You may hunt the shadows. This one has seen as much. But there is a darkness in your friend where his heart should be. Viti can sense it.
What are you talking about?
The Inquisitors of the Torval Curiata will find you, outsider. You and your necromancer. Stay away from the Twilight Cantors, or else!
Why don't you trust Zerith-var?
When you have walked the world as I have, you see how often trust is rewarded. Stay away from my Sahida. She may not understand, but I know nothing good comes from abiding necromancy, even if it is well-intended.
Okay, well that was a repeat.
This one knows what she senses. An exorcist of my years is not wrong about such things. There is darkness in you, Zerith-var.
Let her go, Tamid. We should tell Crinzy what we found in Gold Folly.
I wonder if there is darkness in him. If so, does it even matter?
Oh, you have returned. Thank Azura.
How the heck?
Tamid, tell her what we found. I need to collect my thoughts.
There we go.
I was about to come looking for you when High Cantor Viti found me. She demanded to know what I was doing here. Do not worry. I did not mention either of you.
She knows we're here. We ran into her on our way to meet you.
This? Well, if it helps, I do not think she will send for the Inquisitors as long as I am with you. She worries about me. She just refuses to see reason where Zerith-var is concerned. But what news do you bring? Did you find Cantor Izalgo?
No, but we found his journal at Gold Folly. The Inquisitors with him didn't make it.
I am sorry about the Inquisitors, but my concern is for Izalgo. Let me see. Oh. Were the other Cantors lured with dreams such as this? We have no defense against such darkness. No song that can cure such a summons. We must stop this Zerith-var.
We're at a dead end. I'm not sure where they would have taken Cantor Izalgo.
Zerith knows about the Rajaska. Well, Zerith and perhaps the Inquisitors. I do not need to tell you that they will not help us. If only we could find Zerith-var, then maybe Zerith could save the Cantors bent by her song.
Zerith did battle Zerith-var in the past.
He knows her from his life before? Let us hear it from him then. Zerith, who was this Ravith before the darkness took her?
I hoped we would not have to shed light on that chapter of my past.
Azura sent you back for a reason. Could this not be it?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
I will tell you what I know. Before she fell to the bent dance, Ravith-var was Moon Singer Ravith. In my time, Moon Singers were not so different from Twilight Cantors. My memory of her holds a sorrow I have trouble putting into words.
Try, Zerith. We need all the information we can get about Ravith-var.
She was the first I ever called Tamid. I would come to call her more than that. In the end, I died trying to stop her. Besha-Anzi, my friends. This memory weighs heavy on my heart. To me, that battle, my death, it happened only yesterday.
How did Ravith fall to the bent dance?
I do not trust my tongue to recount this sad tale. But there is a ritual I could perform. It allows us to walk the path of my memories. But I must perform it in a specific place. Try to keep an open mind. What you and Crinzy see may trouble you,
You want Cantor Crinzy to come with us?
She has been gracious in trusting us where others in her order are wary. If she is willing, I would trust her to see the worst parts of me, as I trust you. Var, let us venture to Jazenji Seer to enact this ritual before I change my mind.
Jazenji Seer, where's that?
Zerith speaks of Jode's Light, west of Dune and Reaper's March. There is a ritual chamber at the back of the western atrium for the ritual of Kujijo, yes?
I am glad to hear it is still known in this time. You are welcome to travel with us, Jarith-anti.
Oh, I would not miss it. I will gather the components needed for this ritual and meet you there.
Alright, time to go to Jode's Light. Not 100% sure where Jode's Light's supposed to be. There it is. It's another Dell. Oh boy, I've already been at this for 3 hours. Luckily, it doesn't take too long to get to most of these places.
The ritual chamber lies to the west, Tamid. I will guard our tails.
I got a lead. Ritual chamber.
Welcome. Kenarthi blessed me with swift travels, and I have prepared the chamber. All we need now is the two of you.
Jode's love and Surrender's charity. Thank you, Crinzy. Tamid, you will lead us through my past as we peer into the shadows of memory. Begin by igniting the braziers here.
All right.
Kneel with me before the altar. Together, we will spin my memories from the moon sugar in the air.
Well, that doesn't look fun. Hidden Moon Crypts. Ooh, new place.
Oh, this place. It is beautiful.
We stand in the meditation chamber of the Hidden Moon Temple, as it was in my youth. Tamid, you will guide us. Touch the light of memory when you wish to proceed.
Alright, let's go.
Here he is, my former partner. Rise, Zerith-var. I finally found you a partner you might actually be able to work with. Meet Raviv.
Moon Singer Talbira. You bring me another one. I told you. No more pretty voices that turn tail as soon as we set foot in the darkness. Never watch your past self if you can avoid it, Tamid.
He's experiencing cringe.
Ah, I see. The cat who walks only at night thinks everyone else fears the dark. I see why you wish to pass into another Talbira. Do they keep him here because it is the only place in the temple large enough for his big head? I knew you would make a perfect match. If you do not kill each other, you will be Tamiti in no time.
We will see about that. Let us hear this song of yours then, Ravith. And that was how I met Moonsinger Ravith.
We don't get to hear the song?
You have now seen how I first met Ravith. It was an inauspicious start.
When did this memory actually occur?
When I was still a young student with much to learn. It was the practice of the Hidden Moon to partner their adepts with Moonsingers. Talbira was mine until she was late in her years. Others were chosen for me, but none lasted. Not until Ravith.
Why do you think that is?
Few can bear to walk the path of the Hidden Moon, where we have little comfort aside from faith. Ravith came from nothing, feared nothing. Her faith in Azura filled her with the same fire that filled me. When you are ready, let us move on.
I'm ready. Oh, looks like we're just gonna be jumping from place to place.
Look at the size of this place. Is this a training session?
Just so. Years passed, and Ravith and I bonded deeply. With that depth came darkness. No more practice today, Ravith. Let us rest.
Not yet. One more try. My song will work some more. Raise the construct.
It was not advised for Rithanti and Hadalit, singer and adept, to share such bonds. We did not listen.
What did you do?
As you wish, Ravith. Sing for me.
Grant me the strength to protect you when all others forsake me.
Ravith sang. It contained a rhythm, an undertone we both knew well. The soul! You destroyed them! They are completely gone! Ravith, what was that song?
I prayed for strength and it just came to me. It was meant to protect you.
We both heard it then. The drums of the bent dance. Azura commands that we love ourselves. We cannot resist who we are, what we feel, but emotions that fill us so completely invite the void to creep in. You just saw the first time Ravith channeled that darkness and opened the door for Namira.
You loved her too, didn't you? Then why didn't that door open for you too?
Of course. We were so filled with love, with music, that I feared losing her, just as she feared losing me. But while my training armored my soul, it could not save Ravith. Namira coaxed her into the dark, taking her heart one piece at a time.
How did she do that?
She convinced Ravith, that if Azura knew we loved each other more than we loved her, she would never let us be together. I prayed for help, begged, but there was nothing to be done. Azura cannot help those that do not want to be saved.
And that's when Ravith became Morna?
I will show you. And Crinzy. This is the part that may be the most difficult for her to see. And for me. Are you ready?
I am ready. Starhaven Adaptorium. It looks like it's elsewhere. Have we been here before?
This is Starhaven Adaptorium. Dark moons. So many dead.
The work of a voice both great and terrible. Touch the light of memory and you will see.
Ravi. She's fallen to the darkness.
Fallen so far and so quickly. I was helpless to stop it. And I was ill prepared to see to her end.
Ravith is too powerful. My song weakens. Zerith, you must act now. I am sorry, Zerith. There is no one else. In Azura's name, reclaim your blade and end this.
Do not make me kill you, Ravi. Please.
Our hearts beat as one, Zerith. What will it do to you if you turn your blade upon me? Zerith, you must strike now!
I am sorry. Beshansi. Enough! I cannot stand to see this happen again.
Look at that. He does have some darkness in him.
I am sorry, Tamit. I cannot continue this ritual. The pain of this memory, it burns like a wound reopened. Please, do not ask me to continue.
What did we just see, Zerith?
Ravith gave in to Namira and became the first Rajaska. She stalked the other moon singers at Starhaven Adaptorium. Bent them to join her chorus. Any of the hidden moon that opposed her, she slaughtered them. All but moon singer Talbira and me.
Then how did you and Talbira stop Ravith Morna?
My former partner was strong. With Azura's aid, she created a song to ensnare even the Rajaska. She ordered me to take up my sword, and I... the pain. I can speak of this no more. Please, Tamit, abandon this ritual.
Alright, Zerith, end the ritual. I presume it failed.
Oh, we have left the
Him
memories.
slaying her.
Oh, Azura be praised.
I could not witness anymore. Talk to Crinzy, Tamit.
Back at the trading post, I thought Zerith's concern was misplaced, but now... Oh, I am glad he ended that last memory where he did. I feel shaken. Cold. Like we just saw the face of Namira herself.
From what we did see, do you have any idea what we should do next?
From what we saw, Ravith Morna was just as powerful then as she is now. But Moonsinger Talbira used a song to hold her in place. A song strong enough to hold the first Rajaska. If I could somehow learn that song...
Do the Twilight Cantors have any record of such a song?
If we did, it would be nothing but dust now. Most Moonsinger songs were purged following the Riddle-Thar epiphany. But there is a place in Rimmon Necropolis, the tomb of the Moonsingers. Perhaps we could speak with Talbira herself there.
That's the place I was thinking of. You want to speak with Moonsinger Talbira's spirit?
Zerith can invite forward the dead, yes? If he calls forth Moonsinger Talbira, she could share her song with me. A song that can hold fast even the first Rajoska. We have to do something to save the other Twilight Cantors. This could be it.
Let's see what Zerith thinks.
An interesting idea, Crinzy. Talbira rests in the crypts at Rimka.
Is that what Rimmon used to be called?
Azura guides our path to those halls. Let us depart.
All right. Oh, please don't put me at the entrance. Oh.
My Moonclaw, it senses Daedra and unquiet undead.
Yeah,
the tomb is much deeper in, to the east. We will carve a path for you, Crinzy.
Oh, all right. Azura guide you both. Zerith-var seems overly protective. I suppose I cannot blame him. Not after what we saw in his memories.
Something we saw in the ritual bothered you, didn't it?
That song we saw Ravith sing. You remember. Zerith was horrified when it destroyed the construct he called forth. It struck me because we Twilight Cantors try to exorcise darkness from a bending soul. If we cannot, we banish them as Ravith did.
You never saw that as a problem before.
I did not know there was any other way. We can stop a soul from bending. Our songs may even have saved Ravith before she became Ravith Morna. But we cannot do what Zerith does. No one can. Not these days.
Why do you think he didn't free Ravith from the darkness?
He loved her, Walker. I imagine he tried, but no amount of love can force someone to seek redemption. You must want it for yourself. Ravith prayed for power, sought it from whoever was listening. It seems Namira answered her call.
Interesting. Where am I going? Oh, it's not that far in. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? I need to be...
Here's the door to the crypt. Now that it is safe, let us send for Crinzy.
No need. I am here.
You followed us, Zerith-Hanti?
The Hidden Moon and the Ancient Moonsingers work together, yes? If I am to learn their songs, I should walk as they did. Now, shall we enter?
He's a bit headstrong.
I sense no ill will ahead. These remains are undisturbed. Thank Azura.
Now I just have to find her. His old partner. There better not be books at the end of these hallways, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get back in here. Okay, there's no book there. It's closed. And no book here. Okay. Good, I won't be missing anything.
Moonsinger Talbira. Find her remains, Tamith, and I can invite her forward.
That was the idea. Wouldn't let me through the door. Oh, I went the wrong... Gosh dang it. Why does it put me facing the door? Book. In memory of Moonsinger Talbira. Dearest Talbira, master, mother, daughter, mentor. Her song, the bane of Rajaska. Her soul, a beacon of Azura's light. May her path to the crossing pass unbent. May her path to the crossing pass unbent. Okay. May her voice echo forever in the sands behind the stars. Where's Zerith? Did he not come in? Guess not.
My head! Such pain!
Interesting. So she decided
What is happening?
to possess her, huh?
Moonsinger Talbira, I saw her spirit and then... the pain. I did not imagine it, did I? Her spirit collided with mine.
I'm not sure. You screamed in pain. Are you injured?
No, the pain only lasted a moment and then it passed. But I do feel strange. Like remembering something I never knew I forgot. Like the song. Talbira's song. I know it. Bright moons. I can hear it.
I don't understand.
Moonsinger Talbira taught it to me. Or rather, she does not need to. She is here. She has always been here. She... Wait. Do you feel that? Something is coming.
That doesn't sound good.
The rising darkness. Do you feel it? Oh no. Izogo? No! Cantor Izogo has fallen.
Crinzy, use this portal. Go! We will deal with Izalco Morna.
I bury dirt from Zerith-var, and all who stand beside must.
Crinzy safely departed. That is what matters most. Find peace in Azura's embrace, Rithanti. Let us follow Crinzy through the portal. I sent her to the first safe place I could think of.
To your tomb? I guess technically it is safe. Kind of crawling with Dromothra. Oh, somebody got a level here.
Thank Azura! I was about to come after you. I know Talbira's song. I could have helped.
Izago's soul is at peace. Save your voice for when we face Ravith Morna.
Oh, Izago, my poor friend. May his voice join the chorus of our brothers and sisters in the sands behind the stars. In a way, his disappearance led us to Moonsinger Talbira. Oh, I wish he was still here. I have so much I want to tell him.
What happened to you back at Rimmon Necropolis?
Moonsinger Talbira's spirit entered my soul. I am still seeing so very much. Glimpses of a life I do not recognize. From an age I never knew. And I hear it. Talbira's song. As though I have known it my whole life.
So, Moonsinger Talbira possessed you?
This is like no possession. At least, not one I have ever seen. It is hard to tell where she ends and I begin now. She does not seek to control me, just teach me. She gives freely of her songs, her knowledge, and a message.
What message?
Forgiveness cannot abide when truth festers in shadow. Oh, I shall have to meditate on her meaning. Perhaps it is a mindset I can use to practice Talbira's song. You should speak to Zerith, Walker. I think he has need of his Tamid.
Alright, I'll talk to Zerith.
My soul and that of Moonsinger Talbira's, are they the same now? Am I her? Is she me? I would ask to travel with you and Zerith, but I have so much to figure out now. So much to practice and learn.
Are you sure you're alright?
You know me, yes? You need to trust me right now. I am an exorcist. I know the signs of dark spirits. The things the void whispers, tempting us into darkness. I sense nothing like that from Talbira.
Has Talbira showed you anything else?
It's hard for her to show me anything right now. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that our souls are deeply connected. I'll have to go looking for myself. Remembering things from a life I didn't know I lived is very strange.
You're taking this very well.
I am a bit overwhelmed, but with your help, we have found a song that can stop Zerith-var. And I've made a deep connection with one of my ancient sisters. I am awed by the grace of Azura, and ready to sing.
What was Talbira's message again?
Forgiveness cannot abide while truth festers in shadow. Mysterious, isn't it? There must be some reason for shrouding her exact meaning from me. I'm eager to discover it for myself.
What do you think it means?
It certainly feels as if it has something to do with Zerith and Zerith-var. He works to forgive and redeem fallen souls. Perhaps some truth must still be revealed before he can forgive her for what she's done.
Or maybe the other way around. What's next for you?
I know Talbira's song. Now I need to practice. I'll also see if I can teach it to other Twilight cantors. I just hope nobody asks too many questions about how I learned it. Especially the Inquisitors.
What will you tell the Inquisitors if they end up questioning you?
That I wrote the song myself. If Talbira's soul has been reborn in me, well, that's not really a lie, is it? I won't mention you and Zerith. Don't worry.
Very well. Zerith?
The spirit of Moonsinger Talbira, reborn into Cantor Crinzy, returned to this plane, just as I was, as Zerith-var was. Azura's purpose for me becomes more clear, and yet more fraught as well.
The message that Moonsinger Talbira gave Cantor Crinzy, do you know what it means?
Forgiveness cannot abide when truth festers in shadow. Yes, I am certain I understand Talbira's message. But Crinzy does not. Strange. Perhaps the Moonsinger still has things to teach our Cantor. She will understand soon enough.
Can you explain what the message means to me?
I tried, Tamid, I truly did. With you at my side, I thought I was ready to confront my past. But the pain... I was wrong. I am sorry. But Azura has given us a path forward. Talbira is here, lending us her song. So it was not for nothing.
How does that help us?
Talbira's song was powerful enough to hold Zerith-var, to drown out her voice. Ravith has forsaken Azura. But perhaps we might yet persuade her to return to the light. Of course, Crinzy will need time to practice before that day comes.
And we'll need to find Zerith-var.
We explored my past and rediscovered Talbira's song. Azura will guide us to confront these shadows when the time is right. For now, let us leave Crinzy to practice in peace. You and I can continue to build our strength. so we are ready to strike.
Okay.
Yes?
What does this mean for us?
Somewhere in Cantor Crinzy's soul is the song that Moonsinger Talbera used to bind Ravith Morna. If Crinzy can hold Ravith Morna in place, perhaps, after all these years, I can persuade her to return to Azura's embrace.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't hold my breath, though, if I were you. Okay, so that gave 500 rapport, but not enough to go to the next... Okay. Well, anyway. I'm done with Tales of Tribute for the day. So that's that. I think this is where we end the stream. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned next week, probably Thursday, for the continuation, hopefully finale of Zerith-var's story. I will be working on getting his rapport up throughout the week, so by the time next stream happens, we will be ready to jump right into the quest. It might actually be maxed out, so we can just do the quest back to back by then. Yeah. Have a good one, everybody. And I hope to see everybody who wants to come by next Thursday at around let's just do the same time, around 6 p.m. UTC. Bye-bye.